Converts, OGs, hockey fans, Leafs fans, Isles fans, what up? This is the Leafs Convo podcast, game day edition for Vanguard Northeast Realty in Scarborough, vanguardne.ca. I'm Norman James in London, Ontario. My podcast partner in crime joins us as well. He's the one and only Michael Piagello in Cheektowaga, New York. Oh, Michael, wouldn't you rather be on Long Island?
Hey, Norman. Yeah, I would love to be at that game tonight. The atmosphere is going to be unbelievable at Nassau Coliseum. The question is, will the Leafs and John Tavares get out of the building alive? The hype has just been really hot and heavy about the reaction to the fans. Will they boo? Will they throw jerseys on the ice? I mean, I think it may be much ado about nothing, but I know they're ramping up security, and I know that the Leafs got into Long Island late last night after beating Edmonton 6-2. So there was no media availability, and probably they'll have to wait until after the game. But it's a media sideshow with Tavares coming there for the first time since he signed with the Leafs.
Tavares is one of the class acts of the game too. He's pretty dry. His personality is not anything too animated or anything that people are talking about. He's just a decent guy. So it's not like they can really vilify him for anything other than his decision not to return there. But this is what fan bases do, right, Mike? There are still some Raptors fans who are pissed off at Vince Carter for flying the coop, which made a lot more sense. In the same way that Tavares leaving Long Island did make sense because he got a chance to rewrite history, do something that a lot of free agents from this area were afraid to do or just weren't in the right position to do at a specific time, and that's return to the Maple Leafs. I think John Tavares showed a lot of guts and courage and made the right decision to come to Toronto.
Well, a lot of this was stirred up by a TV report from a Long Island TV station interviewing fans and saying how disappointed they were. And, a couple of them refer to him as pajama boy, these pejoratives. Whatever. I understand feelings are hurt. They're going to boo because they're mad that, he didn't either let them trade him or they thought he was disingenuous about staying there. But like I said, I had Kevin Allen on a webcast today, and he talked to Tavares back in September regarding him leaving for Toronto, and Kevin said to him, you surprised me, and Tavares' response was, well, I surprised myself, which tells me, he wasn't planning to go. It was just a situation where he looked at management in Long Island and the future of the team and looked at what the bright future was in Toronto and decided to make the jump.
This is the Leafs Convo special game day edition for Vanguard Northeast Realty in Scarborough, vanguardne.ca. These fans on Long Island, God bless them, they're passionate. I hope they still remember the Darcy Tucker hit on Michael Pekka. Remember that playoff series? 7 games? That was the greatest thing ever. And I hope they're still pissed about that in the same way they're pissed about Tavares. And then I would give them some more credibility in this whole Jilted X cycle thing that they're demonstrating right now. They'll get it out of their system. Hopefully more will show class than be ass. But that remains to be seen, Michael. The Leafs have other things to worry about. Travis Dermott injured in that 6-2 drubbing of the terrible Oilers, and Jake Gardiner, a guy that we've been on because we've always expected more from, is now MIA, injured, and I wish he was on the ice. I want me some Jake Gardiner out there.
Well, I'm not so sure about that, but you do want healthy defensemen out there. You want the full complement out there. And unfortunately, Gardner has been dealing with back issues. He missed a couple games before the All-Star break. He's missed some practices. And basically, after the deadline, now the reports about his back are that it's worse. And there's a little mystery here about how much the Leafs knew, if they knew the extent of the injury, whether they would have been more forward thinking in terms of trading for somebody at the deadline. I mean, the Dermott injury, you can't foresee injuries. It was sort of a freak play where he gets pushed into the boards. It's a shoulder injury. They're calling both of them week to week, but the end result is Martin Marincin and Justin Hall are your bottom pairing tonight. That means more responsibility for the top 4, more minutes for Ron Hainsey. They need Dermott and Gardner to be back before the playoffs, or if they go into the playoffs with Ozaganov, Marincin, or Hall as your 5 and 6, they're in trouble.
I've already told you, my whole laser focus is on the Leafs somehow getting past Boston. and conquering that obstacle. And everything else after that is gravy. This team is not ready to win a Stanley Cup yet. The forward groups can work magic and become something amazing because I all think they have another level to go to. But there's no way on earth that forward group is going to be able to pull a cast of a motley crew of defensemen through the playoffs, along with a all-star caliber goaltender who's probably so damn tired by the end of it all. Last word to you, Mike.
Yeah, Garrett Sparks will start the second of back-to-back games. So now you have your backup goaltender who hasn't started in over 2 weeks, and a 5'6", one who's at the Marlies, and one who hasn't played since Christmas. It could be a very interesting game tonight.
We've said enough. Let's just see how things go. Good luck to you, John Tavares. Have a blast in your homecoming, and then come on home. Michael, talk to you soon, brother.